This week's podcast brought to you by the Beefy Boys, three cool dudes hanging out talking about music, video games, and sports, and anything else that hits our fancy.
Check them out at www.beefyboys.com or on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Yeah. If you love their logo, you can buy their merch, www.cafepress.com/beefyboysmerch1.
And oh, baby, you know you're going to find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Find us on Twitter at Beefy_Boys, and you can find us on Instagram at Official Beefy Boys, because it is official. Make us blue check marked, keep following us, and you can find us on Facebook at the Beefy Boys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Beefy. A good podcast requires a good beer. So that's why I always go to my go-to, Keystone Light. If I'm going to the store, I don't want to buy a 12-pack. I want to go for a legit 15-pack. When I go to a party, I don't take Rainier. I take Keystone Light. And you know what? It tastes so good, I'm going to have it right now. Cheers, folks. Yeah, there's a burp coming in. That's good.
Day-to-day for like a month or something.
The daily active viewers for a little while, but then that was before Chapter 2, right? And then they launched Chapter 2, and they sprung back on top of everything again.
Oh yeah, true.
The weird black hole events. I always like the Fortnite events, and when I don't play it really at all. I played it a little while. I played it on my Switch. Hey, what's up, everybody? I've been recording for the last 30 seconds or so, but just interrupting our WoW classic. And Vito loves to apparently watch videos about Twitch statistics.
No, I mean, not like all the
just
time.
For fun.
But there's been like 3 or 4 videos that I've watched before, so I like know some stuff about
I admit, I watch a lot of content creators around Rocket League specifically, and it's so dorky. It's like, here's how to improve your Rocket League play. It's like, like golf swing videos, but for like Rocket League, it's so dorky. Funny. It's just me and Vito today, folks. This is Fireside Chat number 5 or 4 or whatever, so this is your fair warning right now. Anyone looking for football talk or not super nerdy shit, this ain't the episode for you.
Maybe we should name the episode Super Nerdy Shit.
I gotta keep them G-rated, though. Super nerdy stuff. Did you see when I named the last episode?
No.
Surprise Shellfish. I laughed so hard when I played with it. And Mark's like, did you just say clams? You're telling me that Clamato has clams in it? I'm like, yeah, it's clam and tomato. Clamato. That's where the name comes from. Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yes, I have 3 fire extinguishers, or 3 smoke detectors right next to you. Do you feel safe? Because there's none actually up in this house. Just all right there.
That's hilarious.
I need a power drill. Listeners, if you'd like to fund my home repair effort, I could use a power drill. Maybe I should ask that for a Secret Santa from my parents.
Yeah, there you go.
We did a Secret Santa with the family, and I was in charge of writing an algorithm to like assign Secret Santas and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been accused of impropriety. Everybody thinks I gamed the system.
That's funny.
When in reality, I wrote a computer program that spits out a name and a matched Santa, and I just kept pushing the button until no one matched with themselves or their spouse.
Yeah.
So,
that's funny.
Yeah, some of the pairings are weird. It happened that way. I didn't want anyone to have themselves or their spouse. This is just how it happened. But yeah, well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We got one. See, we got this idea from R's family. They've been doing it for years, and nice. Except my family, we like set $100 limit, and then we had everybody text what they want to the group.
Oh, that's funny.
Which is pretty interesting. It's just weird. I'm gonna come off like a Grinch, but I just feel like as an adult, especially an adult with a sizable income, if I want something, I buy it. So like asking me what you should buy me as a gift just feels weird because it's like literally I don't want or need anything. Like you've been like, oh, I could ask for a specific board game, but where the hell am I going to put it? You know?
Yeah.
I could ask like, we don't really have room for other like tchotchkes in this house. We're pretty well stuffed, so I don't know. I told him to get me a subscription to Fancy Cheese. Is that a thing? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I feel like the whole gift giving thing is kind of stupid. Because, like, if you really, like, enjoy somebody's company, you know, hang out with them for the holidays. Like, they're part of the whole holiday hangout or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like, if you like somebody but can't or don't want to hang out with them for the holidays, you just send them a card or something.
Yeah. I know about, like, the love languages. I don't know how much I buy into that, but some people really do cherish getting gifts. But, like, I think the idea of making a Christmas list as an adult just feels weird. Because, like, when you're a kid, it's like, sure, like, I would like all these toys that I can't buy because I don't have money because I don't understand economies because I'm 7.
Yeah.
But as an adult, like, I don't know.
For me, like, I still enjoy getting money because I don't make a substantial income.
Yeah. But that's
so
somehow
you know, I still get money
tacky,
from people.
yeah.
But
I get you.
because it's like, well, I mean, we don't really need anything in particular, but, you know, helping us pay the bills would be great.
Yeah. And then you get into, like we established a dollar limit with my family, but with ours family, there is no dollar limit. So some people spend a lot more than other people, but it's like, who's, like, calculating the monetary value of a gift and complaining that theirs wasn't valuable enough? Like, get out of here. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not petty like that.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of people who are petty, huh?
Yeah. I think if you're going to give me a gift, I want to see what you think I would want. You
Yeah,
know? Like,
definitely.
If I don't like it, I can get rid of it.
Counts,
Like, you know, like, I guess I'm also like, I don't feel the need to hang on to gifts because someone gave that to me. Like, so then I guess it doesn't matter so much. Like, give me something you think I'd like. If I'd like it, you'll see me wearing it all the time or using it. If I don't, you
That's
won't.
another thing too. Is like, I really like food gifts too, like snacks or whatever too, because then it's like perishable, so you don't just clutter up your house.
Exactly, experiences, stuff like that. Yeah. That's why I ordered the cheese or asked for ordered. This is my Amazon family.
That's funny.
It was Thanksgiving on Thursday, obviously, and I gave Vito a sneak peek on this, but we almost got into a crazy car accident on the way down there. So we were going to Olympia, standard for Thanksgiving, our as family there. And there were like 5 car accidents on the way, which is crazy. It took almost 3 hours. Should only take 90 minutes for those of you not from here, but it took forever. Yeah, and we were cruising along. And we weren't in the carpool lane, so we weren't in the leftmost lane. We were in the one to the right of that. And there was a car to our left in the carpool lane, and this guy to our right in one of the middle lanes. And then no signal or nothing. We're kind of in his blind spot a little bit. He just kind of starts coming into our lane, like he didn't even check his fucking blind spot. And thank God, Ara's mom was driving. Thank God she has this fancy modern car that has automatic emergency braking because she didn't see the guy coming until we shouted, like, Mom, that car's going to hit you. So we started swerving left and right, but like we couldn't go left because there was another car over there, and then the car applied the brakes itself. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
It was terrifying. Didn't even notice what was happening because I was playing a game on my phone, and my phone went flying through the air like a cartoon because we were swerving around so much. Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'm downplaying the situation. Gail was really hard on herself. She's like, I should have done this, and this. And I'm like, but Gail, the statistics show that in emergency situations, 50% of people do nothing, 25% of people panic, and 25% of people actually do what they should do. And you did nothing and then kind of what you should do. So, like, you're fine. Like, that's just normal. That's what people do, you know?
Definitely.
Like, we talked about near-death situations, I think, like last week or a few weeks ago. Like, Ara was really freaked out. She's like, that was crazy. And I'm like, I've been way closer to death than that before, Ara. Like, you know, like, honestly, if that car hit us, it would have sucked. I don't think it wasn't, you know, it probably would have just been our sides bumped. Maybe, I don't know, like the makeup of the car. If, like, the wheels touched, that could be bad. But if just it was, like, door to door, it wouldn't be that bad, honestly. Honestly. We probably could have survived. Probably. Then I also learned she's never been in a car accident, but she did once get hit by a car.
Wow.
Like when she was 7.
Yeah.
And like flying through the air hit by a car. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Insane.
I know. I've never been hit by a car.
Yeah, I mean.
Except at work one time when I worked at Jiffy Lube, but the car was going 3 miles an hour.
Oh, right.
It doesn't count.
Yeah. I've been in a car accident before. It was somebody else was driving, and we hit some ice on a turn.
Yeah.
It just like flew. The car just flew.
I've been in a couple like that, like icy hills and stuff.
I got nothing but a bloody nose, so.
This reminds me, I was in college, and I was in Damascata, Maine, when we were doing our semester by the sea program. So, like, the marine biology department was like, you can spend a semester at our marine research station just for, like, hands-on experience. And it was in this tiny little town on the coast of Maine. And to get there, you had to come down this, like, long, winding, like, dirt road. And it was a real icy day. And the girl driving was like, let's have some fun. Let's take these corners real fast. Well, one of them was real icy. So we start sliding on this corner. And I shriek like a terrified child. And then all that ends up happening is we hit this, like, it was like a wooden road arrow sign like you'd see in, like, Skyrim or something. And then it just kind of fell on the hood of the car. It's like, oh, I kind of might have didn't need to react that way. Yeah. Good times, good times. How was your Thanksgiving, man?
That was pretty good. Just sort of worked. Was exhausted, took a shower, got dressed in some more comfortable clothes, went over to Jane's parents' house, and food was great.
Yeah.
Hung out with everybody, had our friend up from California who was visiting us.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Over for Thanksgiving as well. And also, her parents have like a sort of Airbnb-ish kind of situation.
Okay.
Where they like rent out to people.
Okay.
And their current renter came over to Thanksgiving too, and they were a biologist from Beijing.
Oh.
Who's working at UW.
Okay.
Doing like flower experiments.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I was working. He does something along with the lines of editing when the flowers bloom.
Okay.
For like peak seed production or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very like industrial. What's the word I'm looking for? Functional.
Yep.
Science, not just like. Yeah, that was the reason I had to get out of science. So much of it is just like knowledge for knowledge's sake. But in order to get funding, you have to pretend that what you're doing is really important.
Yeah.
It really isn't. Like, so. Oh. Have you seen this great meme going on? The, like, is there a doctor on this flight meme? Because it's been cracking me up recently.
I feel like I might have seen one the other day.
I saw one that was like, is there a doctor on this flight? And this little girl raises her hand like, yeah, I have a PhD in biology. We need to know, is this a male or female fruit fly? It's like, it's a female. It's like, yay for everybody. And then old woman nudges her son, why couldn't you have been a PhD in biology? Why'd you have to get a medical degree instead?
That's so funny.
Yeah. I got a good chortle. out of that one.
Yep.
Yeah, our brother came up from Los Angeles, so I didn't see him that often. Then we took him to Mox and played a bunch of board games.
Nice.
Got to give a shout out, a new board game that we're really into. We haven't bought it yet. We're really thinking about it. It's called Camel Up.
Oh. In
this game, Vito, you're a better at a camel race. So there's 7 camels. There's 5 racing camels and 2 wild crazy camels that are going the wrong way. So the way it works, each camel has its own die, and one of the actions you can do is to move a camel forward, except if they're on the same space, they stack on top of each other. So if you move the bottom camel, you move all the camels.
Right.
And then there's 2 camels going the wrong way. So if you move that camel and those camels on top of it, they move backward.
Oh.
And you got to bet, like, so it's a series of legs, and then you bet, like, you can get these betting slips. It's like, I think this camel will be in first place at the end of this leg, and then you got cards. You can be like, I convinced this camel will win the entire race, and you put that card down there. It's really dorky and really fun. And when you open the board, it has like this 3D palm tree that pops up. That's like funny. This really cool effect. Anyways, we've been playing it a lot down at the Cafe Mox.
That's great.
It's pretty fun. And we
Shout out to Cafe Mox.
Yeah, I was there on Black Friday. It really wasn't that crowded, honestly. Probably because they didn't have a good sale.
Right. Yeah.
It was. If you spend $50, you get a $5 coupon. A $5 coupon, I should note that it expires on January 12th. So a $5 coupon that lasts 10 weeks.
Yeah.
So, like, okay.
Yeah. That's
for
funny.
6 weeks even, yeah. If you spend like $200, they'll give you a sweatshirt. Okay.
That's funny.
Okay. We did buy some stuff. We bought some, you see them right there. They're expansions to Welcome to the Neighborhood, which was pretty cool. Those things were $10 a piece. And then now we don't have to worry about running out of the little terrible sheets. You played that one with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that one a lot. I'm probably going to play some board games after this, y'all.
Yup.
Mostly what I've been doing, though, is playing the Outer Worlds. That game's awesome. That game's awesome.
It looks really fun. I really want to play it, but at the same time, I'm just so addicted to Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, I think I'm almost done with the Outer Worlds. It is the only time ever. So it's basically Fallout, except, it plays a lot like Fallout, like dialogue choices Fallout and everything. Space. Which is fun because Aura and I will play it together, but she's usually like just playing on her phone, so I read the choice I make out loud as though I'm actually talking to the person on the screen. It's
practice for when you open up a YouTube channel.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. It's very immersive, yeah. So, the corporations are all like cartoonishly evil.
Do you voice act a little when you're doing it?
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's always fun to do.
When it's just like stage directions, like spit on the floor, I don't do that. I just read them, but yeah. Or I will also read like remain stoically silent, but yeah, sometimes. Yeah. My character is named Koopa Troopa, which is always hilarious whenever I have to say it to anyone because I always forget. Hi, I'm Captain Koopa Troopa.
That's hilarious.
Okay. I will say this is the only game ever in the history of video games where there was a moral choice and an NPC swayed me from making the choice I wanted to make. One of my crew members, yeah.
That's cool.
She convinced me of her side. It was pretty cool.
That's really cool. That's good writing.
Mm-hmm. She's our favorite. I think it might be my favorite game of the year. We'll have to have a recap in the upcoming weeks of games of the year.
Playing it on your computer or?
No, on the PlayStation.
PlayStation, yeah.
Yep. I went on a shopping spree, the Black Friday sales, and then I did it again last night because they had more Black Friday deals. Resident Evil 2 Remake's like $18 right now, which is a pretty good deal because it's supposed to be one of the best games of the year. Personally, it feels like cheating to me to say that the best game of the year is a remake of a game from 20 years ago, but you know me.
Yeah. Well, it's also like, you're also like, I assume, considering the quality of the remake itself.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, yeah, but okay, but then we need like a best remake category then.
True.
We can't say like game of the year is this game. Yeah, it was great the last time.
Yeah.
This is like rebuilt from the ground up though. It's not like okay, The Witcher 3 released on Switch this year, so it's game of the year again, I suppose.
Yeah, no, it's still. More like Warcraft 3 Reforged or whatever.
Yeah.
That's coming out eventually.
Call of Duty Remastered or Modern Warfare Remastered, whatever.
Or Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, well, that's different though, because again, that's built from the ground up.
No, that's what I was saying.
Fantasy 8. Oh, those are the good ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Warcraft 3 Reforged and Final Fantasy VII are from the ground up.
Oh, I didn't know they did the Warcraft 3 thing. When are they going to release a new game, man?
They haven't released it. Apparently, they've started working on some new IPs that they want to like. I've heard that they are working on trying to announce something like
They're
this
working
year.
on trying to announce something this year. You know what they need to do?
Get something announceable, yeah.
World of StarCraft.
Come on. Apparently, they actually canceled a StarCraft game.
What?
That was going to be a non-strategy game because...
What, Ghost, you mean? That was like 20 years ago.
No, they canceled another one.
Well.
To put effort into Overwatch 2 recently.
Overwatch 2 is confusing as fuck.
It's Overwatch 1 reskin.
Yeah, except it's in the same launcher, but they're calling it Overwatch 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just a reskin.
It's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird. I guess Fortnite did the same thing with Chapter 2. It's like, it's literally just Fortnite.
I don't know why they didn't just do, this is Overwatch expansion.
Whatever. Do you remember, what was the name of that game? Marvel Legends, I want to say. It was a Diablo-like Marvel game. They started just calling it Marvel Legends 2014 or whatever, even though it was the same game, just to get more interest. And it fucking worked because people are stupid.
That's funny.
Like, I got to play the new one. It's the same one. It's the same launcher.
Yeah.
It's the same game. I just changed the name so you would buy it again. Ugh.
That's so funny.
Ugh.
Gross.
Yeah. But yeah, the Overwatch 2 thing is weird. Did you see
Super weird.
the Half-Life thing?
Oh, yeah. What is Aleph or whatever?
Alex.
Yeah.
With a Y, yeah. All in VR, yeah. People were super excited and then incredibly disappointed.
I don't know. I'm still
I thought
pretty
VR was
excited
dead.
Because Half-Life 3 isn't going to happen. Because they outright said years ago that they could never live up to the hype, so they're just not going to do it.
Well, that's what they said about remaking Final Fantasy VII.
Well, yeah, but I feel like I trust that more from...
they do seem very earnest over at Square Enix. I believe what they said was the main numbered Final Fantasies have to get up to the quality of 7 before we can release it. And I guess 14 and 15 were good games.
Yeah.
So. Way better than 13, all 1 through 3.
Yeah, plus also Square Enix, I feel like their development teams are still pretty small.
Yeah.
For like how much they do.
I feel like they don't have that many people because like the same guy was the head of Kingdom Hearts 3 and the Final Fantasy 7 project.
Yeah, so there's also
That's
that too.
weird.
So one of the main reasons why they aren't just out there making a whole bunch of shit is because they have a really, really good small crew.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I just wish they made more, man.
Yeah, true. I want to play all their games.
Playing the Outer Worlds, too. This is the first time Ara's seen me, like, we've played, like, a big open world RPG together.
Yeah.
And she's like, you really got to stop to do every side quest? And I'm like, yeah, I do.
That's funny.
What's even our main quest? I'm like, we're supposed to be thawing out colonists, but, like, this guy needs my help finding rats, so we're going to do that for a while. This other guy wants to translate this French book, so we're going to do that for a while.
That's hilarious.
It's like, but what about those colonists? I'm like, they've been frozen for, like, 100 years. They can wait 6 more hours. It's okay.
That's so funny.
You know the old trope. The Final Fantasy VII was my favorite one because there's that scene. I probably don't remember this, but it's in Wutai. Is that what it's called?
I don't remember.
Or whatever, wherever Yuffie's from, where you are like literally hanging on the edge of a cliff, or Barrett is, or someone is.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, go rescue him. It's like, no, I'm going to do some side quests first. So he's just like hanging on the edge.
Yeah.
Of the cliff.
Have you seen any of the new stuff from Final Fantasy VII?
No.
Yeah. I don't know if
I
there's
know I'm
anything
going to
super
buy it, so I
noteworthy,
don't
but-
need to watch the trailers. Like, you
Yeah.
know, that's kind of the way.
Well, I like watching the trailers because they just look good.
Yeah. I still need to play Kingdom Hearts 3. All right.
Come on, I beat that like 2 months ago.
I know you did. I know. Well, I finished all of the lead ups except for 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. So once I get that one done.
There you go.
And I'm flipping it off because I've also decided I was going to play every Yakuza game from 0 through 7. So
You're doing it again.
I know. I finished 0, 1, and 2, and now I'm playing 3. And like they re-released 3, 4, and 5, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's like 1 and 2 they rebuilt from the ground up in the new engine, and 3, 4, and 5 they just remastered. And so like Yakuza 3 was like a 2006. It was like an early PlayStation 3 game, so it plays like a pretty PS2 GTA. Like the world is giant and it's not even that big and just empty.
Yeah.
Like there's like 5 NPCs around, you know.
Totally.
And yeah. But yeah, so that's like I've kind of divided it up, right? Like the Pro is, I know this is such like a fucking rich white guy thing. I got 2 PlayStations, right? The Pro's in the bedroom. That is for video games I think Ara would enjoy the story of, or like modern stuff that I want to look really good. And I have the launch one out here on this shitty monitor.
Yeah.
For just like my, what I call mindless games, like all the sports games and things I think
Totally.
Ara will hate. Because it's just, mostly I use this when I'm like gathering in Final Fantasy 14 and need to distract myself. I'll be doing both at once. I wish I had 4 arms and 2 heads, but
Yep.
I make it work. I've been, I haven't been playing so much recently because it's all been Outer World stuff, but
Totally. Yeah, I need to actually like halt a little bit and actually play like Outer Worlds and that Star Wars game, Fallen Order.
Oh, Fallen Order is so good.
Yeah.
Fallen Order is so good.
I think I'm more
gonna
likely
platinum
to.
it.
Yeah, I think I'm more likely to do Fallen Order first, just because you said you beat it in like a weekend.
I did beat it in like a
'Cause
weekend.
That,
I mean,
that means I can kind of slowly play it over time,
Yeah.
perfectly fine, and like continue my addiction to
There you
Final
go.
Fantasy 14.
there you go. I played it on normal. The combat was challenging, but not impossible. If you're more of a Dark Souls fan, they say bump it up to hard, and you get more of a Dark Souls experience. But
I feel
I
like
liked it on normal.
I like being overpowered, especially as like a Jedi.
Yeah.
So like I
Yeah, my
wouldn't
one
mind playing on like
Piece of
normal or whatever.
advice: I didn't really do this because like the difficulty really ramps up at the last boss. Use your force powers like all the time because they're super awesome.
Oh well, yeah.
Use your force powers.
That's like my favorite part of the Jedi. Is the force powers.
But you don't get them like at that often, you know. And it had very much has the Dark Souls thing where like you can save your game or at it. They call them like meditation squares. They aren't bonfires, but restore all your health. Also respawns all the enemies. So what are you gonna do? Oh. But then it also has like it's very much an amalgamation. I think I talked about this, but you know, there's like exploration, like a modern Tomb Raider game, and combat's very Dark Souls. It is Metroid, yeah, it's Metroid as well. With like Metroid Prime it basically has the same map, but it's really nice because it's like it'll highlight places you haven't explored. With like yellow is like, okay, you can go down this path, or green is like, you have the power to unlock this door, and red is like, you do not yet, don't even try.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. You know. And then you get like health upgrades and all of that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But they aren't marked on the map, so I'm gonna go back. I think in a few months when all the guides are nice and up to date.
Yeah.
Finish playing them.
Nice.
That transitions nicely. Let's talk about the Game Awards. I got the nominees right here. Are you a fan of the Game Awards, by the way? Do you watch them at all?
I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah, it's like an online. It started on Spike TV as the VGAs or Video Game Awards, and now it's just like an online thing. And the way it works, they have a panel from like every major and mid-major video game like review site.
Yeah.
And they take all of their votes, and then they also do fan voting, but fan voting only is like 10% weighted. So it's all it really does is like break a tie. It's mostly industry people. Anyways, I got their nominees here. So let's go Game of the Year. Let's start there. Also I should mention, because they do this in December, because they want to have it before Christmas in case you want to go to shopping season, that means there is a cutoff. So Jedi Fallen Order didn't make the cut because it was too late in the year. That also means that Smash Bros. Ultimate is nominated for Game of the Year this year for the same reason, because it goes November to November, which is confusing as fuck.
Right.
This is the exact reason why the Oscars are in February. But anyway, so what do we got? The Outer Worlds nominated for Game of the Year. Smash Bros. Ultimate. Resident Evil 2 Remake. Like I said earlier, I feel like that's cheating, 'cause it's a 20-year-old game. Control by Remedy. I talked about this one. Do you remember this one? Control?
No.
It's like a very X-Files-ish, Alan Wake. You have like mind control powers. It was pretty fun. R and I played that one on weekend too. Death Stranding. That's Hideo Kojima's new game. Looks weird as fuck.
Yeah,
I'll probably buy it when it's cheaper.
I still don't really know much about it because I haven't been following it since it actually released.
Yeah, all I know is that it's a literal walking simulator. Like you have a button to move your left leg and your right leg, and then you gotta be careful not to fall over and lose all your packages. So it's literally a walking simulator. What else do we got? Oh, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. That was FromSoft's new game.
Yeah.
I bought it on sale and I played the demo.
It looks really good.
It's fun.
Another one of those games where I was like, yeah, that looks really good, but I just Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
All my time's going to my MMO.
I get you.
Unfortunately.
Final Fantasy was nominated for something.
Yeah. I really do have to start getting into more games again, though.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find it. Where was the one that Final Fantasy was nominated for? Audio design, okay. Oh, community support. There you go. Final Fantasy XIV, best community support. Do you agree? Do you think that community support is good? Do you watch those letters from the producer or whatever, ever?
The live letters?
Yeah.
No, I usually watch like a review of it because they'll like go over it or have watched it or whatever, and then like highlight it for me.
Do you read patch notes, or do you just wait for somebody to tell you what?
I also wait for somebody to tell me. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll actually go back and look at the patch notes for like class changes and stuff, but I've always done that even in WoW and stuff.
I do like all the crossover events. Those are fun.
Yeah, those are really
some
fun.
good ones. Also, Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six Siege. That feels like it'll be Fortnite, but I think it should be Final Fantasy XIV. I'm going to skip over all of these esports categories because there are a fucking lot of them. And I know nothing about esports at all. Let's see. Have you been playing your Switch at all, by the way?
No.
No? You
No.
just played Fire Emblem?
I played Fire Emblem until like...
Did you finish?
No, I still haven't finished it. But I played it until like... man, I can't remember where I was even.
Did you get to the twist?
No, I didn't even get out of the
time
school
skip? Yet. Did you get to the reveal of who the Flame Emperor is?
Yeah.
Were you surprised?
Not really.
I was. I guess. Okay, spoilers for Fire Emblem Three Houses for the next 5
No, I don't
minutes
think I actually know who the Flame Emperor is.
Oh. You don't?
No, but like they started talking about who he was, and he like tried to recruit us.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a character you know, and it was quite the shock until you think back on it, and then it's not the shock. Have you played this Disco Elysium game, by the way? Have you heard of this?
I feel like, yeah, I've heard of it. Apparently it's a rhythm-based RPG, right?
What? Really? I think you're thinking of Crypt of the Necrodancer.
No, I know Crypt of the Necrodancer, but there's a new one made by the same people. And I
Well,
thought
they
that
have
was it.
a Cadence of Hyrule, like a Zelda one.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I was remembering.
This is Disco Elysium is a groundbreaking open-world role-playing game. You're a detective with a unique skill system at your disposal and a whole city block to carve your path across. Interrogate unforgettable characters, crack murders, or take bribes. Become a hero or absolute disaster of a human being. It's very much got isometric view, but people say it's really good. Like,
Oh, interesting.
really interesting story, compelling. I'm waiting for it to come out on consoles, but people are fucking in love with this shit. Anyways, Disco Elysium. What else we got in here? Has been quite some... your game was also nominated for Ongoing Game of the Year, by the way. Where'd it go?
Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah, Ongoing Game. I mean, Shadowbringers is apparently awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
I liked Storm's Blood. Or I liked Heaven's Ward. Storm's Blood was okay. Heaven's Ward was better.
Yeah.
And I hear Shadowbringers is the best one.
Yep.
So, excited to get to it.
Yeah,
I
it's
did like
really
the turtle
fucking good.
people. And being able to swim was interesting.
Yeah.
This is different.
Definitely.
Flying mounts, huh? You didn't want to have to change any of the animation. It's literally just the flying animation, but
Yeah.
underwater. Okay. It just felt like a lot of Storm's Blood was like, hey, help us. No, I'm too sad. Life sucks too much. Okay. Hey, help us. No, I'm too sad. Life sucks too much. Okay. Hey, help us. Okay. And then the other guy's like, oh, they're helping you, I'm helping you. And then it's like, they're helping you, I'm helping you. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it is pretty funny that yeah, it's not the best, but it was pretty good.
I also felt like the Alamigo and Doma things were very much disconnected.
Yeah, definitely.
Couldn't we have just done these one at a time?
Yeah.
Why do we have to do them both at the same time? Like, but,
Like I guess it makes sense technically because you're like helping each side grow so that you can sort of pincer the Empire, so that that you don't get like the full wrath of the Empire in one place.
I suppose. But it still felt weird. I had to use my husband powers to open a jar for my wife. That was that noise. And also why I grunted.
But yeah, Shadowbringers is just so fucking good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I gotta play it, man. I got to play it. I'm just been doing crafting stuff. My goal right now is to get all my crafters to level 60, which
How
is kind
close
of
are you?
killing me. I like half of them. I have like half of them.
It shouldn't take too long. I feel like with the Ishgard restoration,
The Ishgard restoration stuff is so nice.
it's so good.
It's so good. It's so easy.
Yeah,
And none of the stuff is hard to gather. And you don't ever have to worry about HQ gathering shit taking up space in your inventory, which is
True.
so annoying.
yeah.
It's so annoying.
If I get high quality ingredients, I just sell them.
Yep, that's my move. Yep.
Yep.
Although I realized you can make a ton of money if you sell quest-based weapons and shit instead
yeah.
of the other ones.
Definitely.
I also bought like 500 ventures, and I'm trying to level all my retainers so I can get cool stuff from them.
Yeah.
So I'll, like, sign on
I can't
once
wait
a
till
day.
like I have weaponsmith and stuff at like 80, so that I can just go back and make those really like simple ones, like and you just make.
Yeah,
much money for
before you could like cheat the way through crafting levels with Ishgard Restoration.
Yeah.
The order was always, okay, Weaver first, so then you can get all the good armors for crafters or all the clothing. Then you do Weaponsmith, so you can actually get the tools, and then it doesn't fucking matter.
free. Yep.
But then now I just have so much money, I just go straight to like Ishgard. I'm like, I'm gonna buy all of the crafting gear through level 60. Same thing with tools, and then just go.
Yep.
I did finish all the quests though, so I have all the blue crafting weapons,
Nice.
which apparently you can upgrade, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. Although
Yeah.
now I understand the collectibles a lot more. It's just high quality items
Yeah.
without the last digit. Okay. It's true.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. It was very confusing.
It's
at
basically you just do a setting on your skills that makes high quality things have a number,
first. Yeah.
and then you can like turn them in if they're high enough.
Yep. Except they can't stack, which is really annoying.
Yeah, super annoying. And
Super annoying.
You also when you convert them back, they're not high quality.
Yeah. And they don't stack by default either. You have to manually stack them, which is so stupid.
Yeah, it's really bad.
This is our deepest complaints about MMOs ever. I do want to. I know they did 2 different Star Wars MMOs, neither of which was very good. I want a new Star Wars MMO, man.
Well, the problem with the SWTOR MMO was that it wasn't a single player game.
Right. I know.
The only problem about it was that it the only parts that were good about it were the single player parts, but you also had to do the MMO parts in order to continue.
Yep.
So if they
I played it for a little bit, and I'm like, the problem, like Final Fantasy XIV has a good narrative, but like, it's not the main focus. You know, there's very few voice acted cutscenes, and honestly, most people are just skipping it anyway. So
But also, like, I really, really like the story in Final Fantasy, right? So it is kind of like the main thing for me.
I like the stories in the expansions. The ARR story was not great.
Well, yeah.
There were too many scions, and they introduced them all at like the same time, and they all were in the same fucking outfit.
Yeah.
Like, wait, who is this person?
But yeah, but then in the Star Wars game, it's like, there's hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of single player content from doing the story stuff. But in order to do it, you have to like do actual MMO stuff, and all their MMO stuff sucks. It's like shitty WoW.
Really?
Yeah, because it's the same tab target fucking hotkey system as WoW.
That's Final Fantasy XIV too, though.
Well, yeah, but it's shitty in comparison. Like they didn't execute it well.
I tried to play Terra
like if
for a while.
If you're gonna copy something, at least execute it well.
Yeah. I tried to play Terra for a while. I tried to play Star Trek Online for a while. I tried to play WildStar for a while. I just can't get into them. There's so many quality of life improvements in Final Fantasy XIV that I don't understand why they haven't been taken, like shared experience and automatic looting. Like, why is this not a thing? Like, everywhere. Just do it. Like,
definitely. They finally did party syncing in World of Warcraft.
Really?
Yeah.
Like that wasn't a thing before?
No.
So if you ran old content, you were just like 50 levels ahead of everybody?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, you couldn't run lower content at level.
Huh. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why would you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were doing that for a while, and it's like, okay, we can just skip all the mechanics.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about it. Like, here's a 10-minute video about it. Yeah, but
also
Vito
like,
can just accept the ultimate.
You basically like you'd have to level a different character just to play with your friend if they started later.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's how WoW
That's
used to work.
stupid.
Yeah.
Don't want different characters. I love the Final Fantasy system.
I am excited for the next WoW expansion though, because they're introducing like apparently leveling is gonna be like 70% faster, and you level just in an expansion. And
what?
Yeah, so you get to basically choose an expansion that's before the current one, and then you level through that, like level 1 to 10 in like a beginner zone.
Yeah,
and then they launch you into whatever expansion you want. And the way they do it story wise is like Chromie is one of the like time dragons or whatever, so they use time magic.
Ah, yes, Chromie.
Yeah, and so they basically like we'll send you back in time to do this or whatever. And so you're basically going and like viewing what happened kind of thing while you're leveling, and then you go straight into the new content after that expansion.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Apparently new players who haven't played anything at all will have to start in the most recent expansion and then play, so they won't have a choice. But that's all up in the air though, because the game was like just announced and they're like really early in development. So.
I saw the cinematic trailer. One of my students was like, "You have to watch this. It's great." And I'm like, "I don't understand any of this."
Yeah, I mean, like, if I didn't play play BFA at all and like didn't keep up with that at all, I would have no idea what the fuck's going on, because like everything that happened in that cinematic has zero context from before BFA.
Okay, so even if I was a World of Warcraft player at some point, which I was not, I played for like 2 hours on Chuck Booty's account. Just
you would have been like, since when did the fucking leader of the undead get uber powerful and be able to kill the Lich King?
Okay,
it basically
I know what the Lich King is.
Yeah.
Did they do their level squish yet?
They're doing it next expansion as well. They're doing a level switch next expansion. They're doing a leveling changes next expansion. They're doing, they're doing a bunch of good shit next expansion.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to get back into that. Hopefully, it'll be during a slow period in Final Fantasy, because otherwise, I'm not
it's a
gonna
slow
do it.
period now. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a while before the next expansion comes, because it just was a few months ago. They do them like every 2 years.
Well, no, but like each patch has content though.
yeah,
with
I
Final
know,
Fantasy.
but
And I'm doing the patch content, so
if we assume, let's do the math. Expansions are every 2 years, and there's pretty much 6 content patches between, because they do 5 and then 5.5 or 5.5. I don't know why they still do it.
they do it like every 2 months. So there's like, if you're completely current and playing enough, you can have downtime in Final Fantasy for like a month maybe.
Yeah.
Like the month before 5.1 came out, I had like nothing to do that I wanted to do because I got all of my gear.
Well, you finished Copied Factory and everything, didn't you? So you got nothing to do.
Well,
now.
yeah, but I still need to get all the gear from Copied Factory. You only get one piece of gear per week. And it's like 5 or 6 pieces.
I guess to me that I like new content, so I don't want to rerun the same dungeon 100 times just to get a new hat.
well, no, it's higher item level. Like that's how you progress in the end game.
Yeah, I know.
Is by running on it over.
Or you just wait 2 years when you can buy it with stones. I mean,
if you don't want to play the current content, you don't have to. Like if you're not an end game person,
I've never been a loot treadmill person. It's like.
So yeah, well, I like doing it because it's like at end game the content itself is fun enough to play over and over again,
fair.
just from mechanics wise, and also like after like 5 weeks or something, you're done gearing because you got all your loot.
Yeah, that's valid.
And I also only do it once a week too, because once you get your gear, you can't get any more gear that week.
Right, they lock you out.
So it's not like I'm playing it every day either. So it's just I do it. I run it once a week, and that's it.
I think I got spoiled because I came back like right at Shadowbringers, and
Oh yeah,
server populations were so high, and now it's really died off. It's just like, I don't want to wait half an hour for a fucking story dungeon. Come on, somebody help me out.
Well, also now you can just let me know.
Yes.
And I can queue with you saying.
I mean, I haven't. Like I said, I haven't been.
And I have people who I'm leveling too. So like.
Oh.
There's probably.
You got all the buddies.
Yeah.
You got all the. Are you ever in our like? So you have. Vito is the luckiest fucker on earth at Final Fantasy XIV. Our free company does this game, this like...
You saw that?
Oh, I've seen it, yeah. I've fallen off. Yeah. I found like one of them organically. I feel bad because I always have to ask him for the answer because he's better at this game than I am. But anyways, the idea is, here's a
new one that
screenshot.
popped up today.
Was there? Did you win last week's too?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So is
Yeah,
that
I've won
3 in a
three of
row?
them. Not in a row, but I've won 3 of them.
Oh.
2 in a row.
Damn. Yeah. And so the prize is usually like something like 500,000 gil or like 1 million gil or like 250,000 gil and a cool mount, and Vito keeps winning them.
Yep.
There's like 40 people in this guild, and sometimes like 10 or so people play this game, and he keeps winning.
I've got a minion. I've got 1.5 million gil from it.
Jesus.
I've got a minion and the crafted Ravana weapon and the crafted Moogle weapon.
Ooh. I have a Moogle weapon.
And it's a minion.
So
it's a minion
dorky.
and 500k again this week.
Oh. Did they announce the winner from the Heavensward? The first Heavensward one?
What do you mean?
It's Sunday. They do the winners on Sundays, right?
Oh, they didn't do one last week because of the holiday.
Oh.
So I was the last winner.
I see. Where are we?
And then a new one popped up, I think, today.
New one popped up today, huh? Oh, I'm in the old guild. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, the hide and seek is really fun because I actually get to like explore areas that because I didn't know any of these, like just right off the bat. I had to go look for them, and it's really nice to be able to like go back and like look at all these cool areas that I just skimmed over when I was doing the main story, because Jane was also playing, and she was like in Stormblood when I started playing.
Yeah,
and I caught all the way up to her. By the
well,
time.
you were just rushing it, right?
I was rushing it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wasn't skipping anything or like glossing over anything, but I only did main story quest and leveling.
See.
When I first started.
I started playing at patch 2.1, and I finished the content. Not most. I finished literally all of it. Every possible quest I did. I didn't do well. They didn't even have the binding coil yet.
Yeah.
They had like the first turn, so I did the first turn once, and I'm like, is there no more quests to do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. And then I stopped playing for 5 years.
Yep. But yeah, I think it was 6 months or so. I got from 1 to 70 from fresh.
That's pretty good.
And I got to, I want to say 65 or 66, maybe 67 by the time Jane also was, because she does so much other stuff that's not leveling. And then we leveled together at that point and hit the expansion and we got all the way caught up with the expansion just before the Gimel Dark was released, which is like the last dungeon in that expansion.
Yeah. How bad? So, I mean, I'm lucky because I'm playing it all late, which means like, and I always do like, I try and do all the normal raids and the 24-man before I start the next expansion, which means when I went into Storm's Blood, for example, I was already level 65.
Yeah.
So I never get level gated ever, which is nice.
Yeah, I was always getting level gated, and I would have to run like a dungeon or two over and over again.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, but that's because I didn't even know like what quests to unlock, and like I got overwhelmed when I went to Mordona, and there was like 50 blue quests, and only like 5 of them were to unlock like an actual dungeon.
Yeah,
raid.
a lot of it's like, okay, now you can use orchestral rolls, like. Okay, so you can play instruments in your hotel room. Like, I'm never gonna do that. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Just say your class the bard. I'm like, I'm already a bard.
Like I was trying to unlock before you started, and I started unlocking stuff with you. I was trying to start doing it, and then I finished the quest, and I was like, "Here's an ability for that mount you got at level 50."
Yeah.
The fucking Magitech mount.
Oh.
It gave you the ability to use the abilities out in the world on the mount.
Yeah.
So
which is annoying.
The little
'cause
like bomb launcher and
it doesn't
the,
do
like,
anything.
thing.
Though.
It doesn't do anything.
And
I was like, why was that a blue quest?
Yeah, why is it a blue quest to turn my chocobo into a flying?
I feel like they need to introduce. I think they need to introduce a new quest marker for things that unlock specifically like dungeons
mechanics. Oh yeah, so like a green quest is just like this is a new mechanic.
Exactly,
and it's probably
yeah.
stupid. You're never gonna use it.
Or even like keep blue quests for all the weird shit, but then make a new one for like all the actually important shit.
Or you can be like me and like Wondrous Tales, you only use it to abuse it. So you get your 9-second chance points, and it's like, all right, I need some tomestones. What I'm going to do a level 20 dungeon, and I'm going to reset that level 20 dungeon one and do it again, and I'm going to reset it and do it again, and do it again.
Yep.
So I'm never going to do fucking front lines or whatever. I'm not doing PvP.
I usually solo like 3 or 4 of the trials, and then do all the dungeon roulettes, and then or the dungeon like because the top
ones?
4 are like always dungeons.
Yeah. Well, those they're like because I think the way it goes, if I remember correctly, the top 4 is like level 1 to 20 dungeon, 50 to 60, 35 to 50, whatever, and then there's specific dungeons and like specific trials and raids.
So I do all the non-specific dungeons,
Yeah.
and then I do all the trials that I can solo. And then, like, if I need something else, I might spend a point or something. And then I do all the shuffling so I can try and get... Like,
just try and get the line?
The lines. Because, like, if you get up to that max line, you can buy, like, anything from the MGP stuff. So you could get, like, the Fenrir mount or the like, fucking floating chair mount.
Gold saucer points? You can buy mounts with that shit?
Yeah, there's a bunch of mounts in the gold saucer points.
Oh.
Yeah, the Fenrir is like 1 million gold saucer points.
I've been saving up all my fucking Ishgard points for the mounts there.
Oh, yeah. Are there mounts on that one?
There's 2. They're like ridiculously expensive, but there's 2 of them.
Yeah, I don't think there were mounts on there when I looked last.
Yeah. There's nothing else I really want.
Yeah, I definitely want to get the mounts and I want to get the outfit.
You know what? I need more minions. Just kidding.
Yeah.
It's like I have my little cactus. It follows me around. I'm like, I should turn it off because I keep clicking on it by mistake.
A wind-up pixie from the Pixie Beast tribe quest. That was nice.
Yeah, I like it when I get the triple triad cards. I like never play it, but I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely roll for it. F it.
Definitely, yeah.
All right. Cool. That's pretty much all I got to talk about. You got anything else you want to hit?
Not particularly. I've been watching a bunch of anime, but you don't watch anime, so.
Nope.
Yeah, I've been watching 7 Deadly Sins. I was a while ago that I started watching it, and then I forgot where I left off. So I over the last like week or so, I rewatched the first like 2 seasons, and now I'm back into where I didn't know where actual new stuff.
You want to speak of TV? Aura just recently found out about Silicon Valley, so she's watched.
Oh yeah, I've
4.5 seasons.
And like, kind of.
That's really fun.
Correct.
Yeah, no, it's accurate.
Yeah, fairly
If you know anything about startups, I definitely know people who have lived this life.
Yeah.
There's an episode where he gets in a big fight with his girlfriend about whether or not you should use tabs or spaces in your code, and I'm like, this is like the most real episode.
That's hilarious.
And I was like, I like it, but I really have no idea what they're talking about when they talk about, because she's like, I know nothing about the business world or technology, so like, she's like, but it's fun. The characters are fun.
That's pretty funny.
All right, well, that's been episode 58 of the Beefy Boys.
The nerd out.
The
nerd out fireside.
Nerd out with your bird out. I don't know. All right, we'll see you knuckleheads next week. Hopefully Christian's feeling better by then. Or, let's be real, he's less hungover by then. Later.